Hi, I'm Paris Bland. I'm the founder of Digital Executive, and here are some tips if you're looking to hire a virtual assistant abroad. First, please check your compliance documents. I've seen so many people get fined because they weren't in compliance with the rules and regulation of whatever country they were hiring on. Every country is different. Make sure you work with a third-party service if you're worried about it. That's why a lot of people work with Fiverr, Upwork, or any other sort of agency like my own. It's very important that you make sure that you're not going to get taxed double or that you're not breaking any local regulations. 2, be culturally aware of whatever country you're hiring in. Things like elections, hyperinflation, or even just any large pop culture items might be impacting people within your contractor or worker basis. Hyperinflation especially is a very large issue for a lot of countries right now. So you have to make sure if you're hiring in a country that's dealing with hyperinflation, that whatever salary that you initially start paying is actually keeping up with the current market rates. Finally, third, working hours. Even if somebody is agreeing to work at night, a lot of times you have to keep in mind if people are working these nighttime or graveyard shifts, it's going to eventually start to wear on them. So please be aware of how many hours that you're actually realistically logging and what the working flow is going to look like if your contractor or employee is working at completely different hours. If any of this sounds like a headache, that's exactly what my firm is here for. At Digital Executive, we help companies in the United States find very talented people, specifically in Argentina, as well as the rest of South America. And we're more than happy to provide any sort of resources or a guide on how to hire and how to maintain whoever you hire within the country. I always like to joke that I hire based off vibes, but it's kind of true. Whenever I work with a client, I make sure that I'm getting a good read on not only what they want, but also what they need. So I have some clients that are very organized. They already have an SOP, standard operating procedure, completely laid out, and they know that they just need someone to come in and actually execute. That's a completely different personality type versus a company that doesn't have a standard operating procedure and is looking for someone to actually help build out some of the tasks that they're going to be completing. Even though the two job descriptions might be identical and what needs to be done, the personality types, depending on the company, are going to vary very radically. And that's also why, even though we've grown as a company, I'm still on the final stage of all of our hiring processes. And that's because I want to make sure that the candidate is a good fit for the personality of the company. I'm Paris with Digital Executive, and if you're interested in learning more about what we can do for you, or even just talking about what your company might specifically need in terms of building out a role, please shoot us a message and we'll get back to you shortly.